Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. The Tony-nominated musical A Christmas Story is returning to New York for the holidays, playing from December 11th through the 29th at the theater at Madison Square Garden. And I'm here in the rehearsal room to meet the company and bring you a sneak peek.
This year, I know the thing that I need, and I'm running out of time. We gotta go, gotta slip and cut the spare, 'cause it all comes down to Christmas. We're pulling out our hair, 'cause it all comes down to Christmas. We've got one shot, and it's 24 days away. We have to hurry up, 'cause it all comes down to Christmas Day.
They give me that raise.
And I'm running out of time.
We're getting close to Christmas. We're getting close to Christmas. It all comes down to Christmas Day. We're scripting and we're saving, 'cause it all comes down to Christmas.
We better start behaving, 'cause it all comes down to Christmas.
We've got one shot, and it's 24 days
away.
4,049 minutes. Almost Christmas Day. We'll brave the bitter weather, 'cause it all comes down to Christmas. And make it through together, 'cause it all comes down to Christmas. We've got one shot, and it's 24 days away. Time is almost up, and it all comes down to Christmas Day. Christmas Day.
These kids are wonderful. So this is your second year with this.
Yeah.
You had a blast last year, didn't you?
I had a ball last year, and the thing I love most about the show is a lot of adults come into the show with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, like, what have you done to my favorite movie? And they leave so happy. You really feel like after you see our show, the world's just a little better place. You know, it's a real magic day.
So here we are again. How excited are you to be back?
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it since the day we closed last year, because I wasn't done. I wanted to. The story is so joyful, and this company, we're really lucky that a lot of us are back. My sweetie John Bolton is back, and my sweetheart Caroline O'Connor and Dan Luria, and I would follow John Rando to the end of the earth. It's really special because honestly, we closed and we were like, oh, I have to do it some more.
Did you enjoy the process of turning the movie into a stage musical?
Yes, yeah, and it was quite a process because, as you may know, we started this thing 5 years ago. Kansas City was the very first production of it, and then Seattle, and then there was a 5-city tour of it 3 years later. A year later, that's when John Rando came aboard. And then, of course, last year was Broadway, and here we are again. So it's been an incredible trip.
So congratulations. So this is your first big show, right?
Yeah.
How excited are you?
I'm really excited because it's a Broadway show and I get to do a lot of tap dancing, and I take tap class, which I really like.
Okay. Talk about the role that you play.
I play Randy. He's the little brother of Ralphie. Ralphie thinks he's very annoying because he eats like a pig, and when he's in a snowsuit he can't get up, and Ralphie just doesn't want to help him.
Now, you have a lot of Pratt things, comedy things you do.
Yeah.
What has it been like working on all of that? Tell me.
It's been really good because I'm getting to do it with the mom and dad and Ralphie, and switching off with Eli and Jake. So I'm getting to do a lot of stuff.
So did you know the movie really well? Is it one of your favorite movies?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. I saw it last year. I saw the movie last year, so it's a really good movie.
So here we are. So how excited are you to be working on this show?
Well, this show, I really love this show. It has a great ending, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it has a very touching ending. And anybody who likes the movie will love this show because it has everything. It has the pink bunny suit, it has the tongue sticking to the pole, it has the gun, it has all those moments, and the Santa, the Krabby Santa, just drinking. It's really fun.
Is this one of your favorite movies?
It is. And also I just met Peter Billingsley today. And it's really cool just meeting somebody who was you, but in another time.
Are you going to talk to him about what it was like playing Ralphie on screen?
Yeah. It's gonna be cool just talking to him and be like, give me advice on what to do.
Well, here you are. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be working on the show again?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. I'm so chuffed to come back and do it again. It's just great to know that it's in demand. You know, that people have gone, listen, we've got to get that show back. And to be a part of it again is awesome. And, you know, most of us, the principals particularly, have all come back. That means that we love it.
You know, Warren Carlyle put together an incredible show-stopping number for you. When did you first meet Warren, and talk about working on that number with him?
That's funny, you know. Warren and I work a lot in London too. And that's where Warren started as a dancer, and then obviously then became a choreographer and director. And we were never in the same show, but we were in shows, and so we kind of knew of each other. And he's seen me do quite a few different shows, like Mac and Mabel and things in the West End. So he came to see. I was doing Follies at Chicago Shakespeare, playing Phyllis, and they were in town working on A Christmas Story, I seem to remember, in Chicago, and they all came to see the show, including John Bolton and John Rando and Warren Carlyle, and he was like, oh my God, that's Caroline O'Connor. He remembered me from years ago. And as they were trying to put this song together, this new song that had never been included in the show before, they were like, we need someone that can tap dance, like a belter who tap dances. And they're like, oh my God, there she is. So I get this call saying, you know, do you want to come and do the show? And it was such a delight, because I haven't tapped since 1984. You don't always get to tap in every show, obviously. And the last show I tapped in was Me and My Girl in 1984. So I had to get those tap shoes out, Francis.
Does it come back fast?
It does. It's, you know, the old saying, riding a bike. Yeah, it does come back. And also, growing up, I was an Irish dancer, a competitive Irish dancer. So I think that's just in my bones. But yeah, I still think I could take a few lessons from Luke Spring, though.
How incredible. I'm thrilled that he's back.
Me too, and he hasn't grown. That's how professional he is. He is, and better than ever. I just can't, I'm so looking forward to the future of just watching him and seeing what happens, because it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime talents that you see. You know, occasionally you go to see a show or maybe a piece of art or something, and you go, that is a moment. And to see that talent that is just comes so naturally to him is incredible. He doesn't count, you know, when we rehearse. He doesn't say 5, 6. He just hears the rhythms in his head.
Wow.
Yes, delight. It's a delight to watch him. And to be next to him, I just feel so honoured. I know in years to come, I'll be like, I danced with Luke Spring. I did the Tonys at Radio City with Luke Spring. You know, it'll be amazing.
I'm sure your system must feel but believe it, and you shoot your eye up. And though you think what a real good try, I bet that you regret letting a little bullet crack your retina. You shoot your eye out.
You shoot your eye out.
What I love about this is all your adults are back. I mean, they love this show. I mean, the kids outgrew their roles, so it must mean a lot to you that everybody, like Erin said, we were in Finish last year. The show ended, and we were like, we have to do this more.
I love her. I mean, but you're absolutely right. There's something about, it's the show, it's Gene Shepard's stories, it's the team, we really are a family. And when we came back for the first rehearsal for this year, I looked around the room, and of course, to have all your principals come back. And the only reason we don't have the entire family back is they either had a longer term gig somewhere, or the kids outgrew the role. Outside of that, we'd be the exact same people. And to have the leads back, and let's be honest, you do Broadway, it's like, I'm not going to go on the road, I just did Broadway. I mean, that's kind of the general unspoken rule. But we're so blessed that they all just said, look, we love this show so much. We're not finished with this. We want to continue, and we want to come back, and we want to play Boston. We want to do it again. And here we are.
Perfect. So congratulations. So tell me what this whole process has been like with working on this show.
Well, these rehearsals have been super, super fun because like all the choreography, like we've learned the whole show. So it's been really fun, like all the dances, Somewhere Hovering Over Indiana, When You're a Wimp, and You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, which you guys just saw. It's awesome. It's like high energy and all. I love it so much. It's awesome.
What has it been like revisiting this musical for you?
It's heaven. It's truly fun. It's just great to be back. It's a very special show for me. It meant a lot to me personally. I have a lot of emotion invested into the story of this and the journey of the show. And to have the adult cast back, to have Dan Laria and the wonderful Erin Dilly and John Bolton and Caroline O'Connor, to have them back, as well as this, our friend, our amazing young tap dancer Luke Spring, who's just this extraordinary creature, and he's gotten better. Go figure. And then to bring in a new group of children and to watch them inhabit the joy of the show, and to see how they just thrive and elevate the show is really very special. To have a wonderful Jake Lucas who's playing Ralphie Parker along with Eli Tokash. These two young boys are just terrific, very talented guys, and I'm just very happy. So it's a real pleasure. Real pleasure to be back in it.
And what do you love about this role and working on this musical?
Well, my father was the biggest Gene Shepard fan in the world, and for an actor to go from somebody as forceful as Vince Lombardi to now playing one of the great storytellers of all time, it's for an actor, it's a dream come true. You love those juicy roles.
And this touches audiences, so it did last year, and it's going to do it again. I mean, I'm sure you met a lot of the fans after the show and what it meant to them.
Oh yeah, and like I said, a lot of adults, they come in with that chip on their shoulder because they think we're going to hurt the movie, but it's so loyal to the movie. I'm not giving anything away by saying that in the movie, whenever Peter Billingsley had a fantasy, that's where our production numbers are. And Benj and Jason just wrote some great, they got nominated for a Tony for it. So it was the first time a limited run holiday show ever got nominated for a Tony. So it's good, it's great work.
I want to talk about your creative team. I mean, you put this incredible team together with the book writer, with Benj and Justin, with Warren Carlyle and John Rando. I mean, it was like magic.
It is. There was a decision. We'd been developing the show for a while, and there was a decision to sort of go big or go home. And we really believed in the story and what it could adapt into. And so, as you said, to have John Rando, our director, and Benj and Justin, our composers, Joe Robinette, our book writer, Warren Carlyle, our choreographer, to have all these people come together, so many Tony nominations among them, has been great. And then, then that's sort of my job. Then you sit back and kind of let them do their thing. And it's very much like the kids. I continue to be in awe with what they do. And I have never had any of those skills in the singing and dancing department. And I just watch what they do night after night, and it just floors me.
The Ralphies were so excited to meet you. They're like, he's so cool. I'm like, have you talked to him yet? He's like, I'm going to ask him what I should do. I said, you guys are perfect already, but they want to pick your brain.
Don't. As obviously because of the age, some of our Ralphies grow up, and then we bring in new ones. And everyone always says, well, what advice do you give them to take on this role? And as I said, nothing. I don't know how you do what you do. You sing, you dance, you can put the whole show in your head for 2 hours. I had to do a couple pages a day. If I was bored or wasn't feeling good, I'd go back to my trailer. These things do not exist in your world. So I'm like, you're doing great, and most importantly, have fun. It's an incredible opportunity. It's a great moment in their lives. Just go out and have fun.
You all took audiences by storm last year. Was it a surprise to you?
I loved it. Well, you never know. You do the what you think is a hit and doesn't sort of land, or you do the iffy one that all of a sudden everyone thinks is the greatest thing they've ever seen. This one, of course, I wanted it to succeed, and I thought it was pretty damn good. I loved the score, and I loved John Rando's direction. I thought we had a great cast. I'm in love with Erin Dilly and the whole company. And so you think it's good, and you hope. and it worked out.
Yeah.
It all worked out. So.
What a great role. I mean, you get to do physical comedy. I mean, talk about this role.
This role, I tend to lose about 10 to 15 pounds a year doing this role. So for the past 2 months, knowing it was coming, I have been on the potato chip diet, which I have enjoyed every second of. Yeah, it's a lot of work and a lot of. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Because we do 85 shows a week. And I yell for a long time and hit high Q, so I have to kind of take care of myself. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm thrilled we're back. I'm so thrilled to be playing to 100 kabillion people a night at Madison Square Garden, and just happy to be here. Lucky man.